Sul, hello, and Labis. Welcome to another episode of the Payne Family Ultimate Decades Challenge. The year is 1345. It's day 3. It's a little bit late in the day. I think it's about 10 a.m. in game because we left off so late last time. But I wanted to clarify that what happened last time with the Hoggins is that I had rolled some of the home risk rolls at the start of the episode in order to space out possible impact. And it happened to be the Hoggins who rolled to have someone taken. That was the result of them having their home attacked. So that someone was Eric, which is why he was taken, and Leif is basically being blackmailed now for weapons. So hopefully his dad will be able to manage that. But it's kind of hard to tell. I thought I told you to put, oh yeah, he's in there. Can you tell him a bedtime story? In other news, Gib aged up to an infant, but last episode was just so long that I didn't feel like we had time. Kate, have you finished the cake? Where did you put it though? Here? That's awkward. Nice and awkward. Okay. Gonna put everything away. It's just kind of in the way. Other than that, we're starting with the Smith family today because there's quite a few things going on. As you can probably tell, Kate is in labor. Pip is aging up. He was calm and now he is a charmer. Oh my goodness. And then also it's Graham's birthday today, to a young adult, so it's kind of a biggin. Kate, though, you're in labor, so let's get that bad boy out of the way. Go, Kate, go! You're a fan favorite. Her outfits have changed, but I cannot believe I did not notice she had so many rings on. Oh, Kate. Hang in there. Hang in there, Kate. Oh, the baby must be here. And it's another boy. Oh my goodness. How many boys is this family going to have? I've gone with the name Hal. I think I mentioned before, but at some point I guess I've decided that medieval diminutives are the theme for their home. And Hal was a popular medieval diminutive and or nickname. That's a really weird way of saying nickname, but there you have it. Sometimes I guess people are weird, you know? AKA sometimes I'm weird. And then the other birthday is our good pal Graham. Happy birthday, Graham. Oh my gosh, you're so cute. Graham, you're a very popular character. Your hair is so cute. Don't worry in the back there, Pip. Okay, so Graham aged up. He's self-assured, he's loyal, and family-oriented. I do see that for him. And then I don't know what aspiration this was. I might change that one. And then, Graham, do you mind putting some candles on this before anybody does anything crazy? We've already got a half-eaten cake. Wow, a lot of presents coming their way. But yeah, we've got a lot of Sims to deal with their birthdays. So let's get them in cast. Let's start the rolling process and see how it goes. Okay, so for Pip first, Pip cannot roll the numbers 4, 8, 12, or 16 to survive his toddler age up. So he is fine, thank goodness. He's really cute. I didn't want to lose that one. What about for Kate and the baby Hal? So Kate cannot roll the numbers 1 or 11, that's it. She is fine. And what about for baby Hal? Baby cannot roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. The baby is fine? Oh my gosh. The Smith family have been so lucky so far. And then for Graham to age up to a young adult successfully, he cannot roll the numbers 6 or 14. So, 10. Wow. That's 4 rolls in this household, all of which went super duper well, so handy dandy, handy dandy. Wow, so it's all good out here with these guys. These guys have had. These guys have had a lot of really good luck. Graham got a bit of an updated outfit, and Kate actually has received a few nice new dresses from her dear sister. She doesn't know quite where her sister's gotten them from, but she knows that her sister has brought her by some beautiful new dresses that they normally wouldn't have access to. But on that note, we're gonna leave the Smiths and head over to the Paynes, where things are different. So I will see you. Excuse me, Leaf. I'll see you when we get there. Okay, so here we are at the Paynes, where things are a little bit tense right now, I want to say. One reason that things are tense is because Heidi and Esmond are officially freaked out. The Jacobsons, on their way here from the war. Luella, why is your dress glitching? On their way here from the war, the Jacobsons stopped by and told them that Alice is missing, that Alice left, and she had said that she would send word when she got someplace safe, but that actually she has not contacted them yet, so they do not know where she is. And this has caused some tension, not only because now they don't know where Alice is and if she's okay, but also because that was the first time that Esmond heard that Alice had both a baby and a lover. So Esmond hadn't known that his daughter was pregnant, that she had a child. It had been kept a secret from him this entire time because Heidi had promised Alice that she wouldn't tell him until they got things sorted out. And so that's led to some rift in their relationship where Esmond is officially hurt by Heidi's actions, and they now have a difficult dynamic together at this moment in time. That's not the only thing, though, because, of course, by this point, ignore the fact that they have happy moodlets. They didn't just a moment ago. At this point in time, Luella has confronted Knox about what he did and the fact that she knows, the fact that she's found out. She's confronted him, and they have had a massive amount of arguments. They have got such a strained relationship right now. It is really, really bad, actually. And it isn't helped by the fact that Knox has his fear of Luella cheating for some reason that he got for no reason. Their relationship is pretty much trashed. I mean, it was super high, 100% full. And now, oh my gosh, now she perceives him as unattractive. I swear she didn't used to. That's new. That's new from things that have gone on. Oh my gosh, wow, what a change. But yeah, they've got a personal rift. Knox is the one who feels hurt for some reason. I don't know why he feels hurt. Luella is the one who should be feeling hurt, but their relationship is tanked. It was 100% full, and now it's in the red for both, you know? It's in the red big time. Because things are so tense at home, and because Harper doesn't want the kids, as in Edgar and Kenrick, to have to witness all of that going on, he's actually just been taking them out fishing with them so that they don't have to listen to all of the fighting that's going on back home. Like with Esmond and Heidi, there's a lot of just like silence between the two of them. They just kind of aren't really talking right now. But between Luella and Knox, anytime that they have to interact, they end up arguing with each other. So Harper's just trying to keep Edgar and Kenrick away from it so that they don't see what's going on. Do you know what I mean? He doesn't want them to have to witness that. So he keeps bringing them down here fishing is the only way he can think of to get them away from it. And it seems to be working. I mean, it seems like they don't really know what's going on. Now, part of the issue in terms of their relationship, in terms of how Luella sees it, and the reason why this is such a big deal and going to cause so many problems, is because at this point in time in the past, some people perceived punishment as atonement. Some people believed that the point of punishment was actually to help you atone before your soul could end up in any kind of trouble. So it was part of God's punishment. Part of the complicating factor of this is that what that means is that Luella perceives everything that's gone on lately, all of the bad luck that they've had, as part of God's punishment for them based off of what Knox did. So she feels like there are a few things that indicate that they're being punished. The ways in which they can see that God is punishing them is, first, they have some serious fertility issues, and this is very different to the entire rest of the Payne family. Like, all of the rest of the Paynes have had no issues conceiving. I think that maybe the most it took for Esmond and Heidi one time was 3 woohoos, but certainly never like what Luella and Knox have been dealing with. And not only that, but also the fertility issues have been increasing as time goes on. You know, the first time they woohooed, they got pregnant, and then increasingly every single time it's taken them more and more woohoos in order to conceive. In addition to that, they've lost half of their children. 2 of the babies that they've had, they've lost. And that's super contrasted against, first, Esmond and Heidi, who never lost a single baby. Another way that it's obviously different is by comparing them to Graham and Kate. Like, Graham and Kate haven't lost a single baby. They've had 3 babies, and each one of them has been successful at getting through their roles. Each of them have been doing a great job. They haven't had any tragedy at all. And Luella is looking at that and thinking, yeah, okay, Knox and Kenrick can be permissive. Luella is looking at that and thinking, you know, this must be part of the punishment, is that we keep losing babies and they have been blessed and keep having success with their children. I think as well that all of these feelings about this being Knox's fault, that these things are punishments, are also tied up and impossible to extricate from Luella's feelings of the feelings that come with being cheated on, you know, the betrayal, the anger, the being hurt, the feeling that she's like lost something that was a major part of her life. And I think that while she looks happy right now, Luella is just drowning emotionally. She's like really overwhelmed, and she can't really, it's going to take a long time to work through these things. Can everybody come and grab a serving, please? Unfortunately, the big issue, wow, they're not even eating in the dining room. Oh, that's unusual. Look at how upset our two ladies look. Look at how sad Heidi looks. Oh my gosh, these poor 2 women. Unfortunately, though, the big issue with them having this kind of stress and this kind of marital drama is that it doesn't just end there. Because it's going to lead to something even more concerning. Like we discussed in 1342, when Knox first contracted typhus after his brief prison stay, typhus can reactivate up to 40 years after initial infection if you have a weakened immune system, if you get another disease, or if you're in a time of high stress. And I think that unfortunately, we can all agree that this is certainly a time of high stress. Now, the recurred form of typhus, where it returns, is called Brill's Zenser. Oh, she's gone to talk to her son in a separate room. There's some weird things going on with how we're choosing to eat today, everyone. And Brill's Zenser is a more mild form of typhus, but it is still dangerous. What happens in your body if you get typhus is basically the bacteria has to enter the host's cells in order to replicate. So when we get infected from the lice, which is the vector through which we get typhus. Oh, Kenrick has a big appetite. Good for you, little buddy. When we get infected from the lice, which is the vector through which typhus is born, the bacteria enters our lymphatic system and bloodstream, then targets the endothelial cells, which are the cells that line our blood vessels. They tend to go for the small capillaries, endothelial cells, while a lot of other bacteria from the same family target larger endothelials, But once the bacteria gets there, it multiplies until it fills up the cells to the point of bursting forward, at which point it streams out and spreads to infect other nearby cells. By filling up and exploding cells, what happens is they destruct the capillaries, which causes leaking in our vessels, and this can happen on a small scale, which leads to microhemorrhaging, or it can happen on a large scale, which would lead to macrohemorrhaging. And all of that leads to inflammation, which can stimulate thrombosis, which then leads to a lack of blood supply to certain areas, which could include the brain. And if you remember, typhus can cause shock or a coma, which are the two major ways it can cause permanent and or deadly damage. And shock would be caused by the volume loss of these leaky vessels, while the coma would be caused by the central nervous system being targeted. So that's the way in which it works within our bodies to cause damage and become dangerous. And once again, this is like very treatable nowadays if you have access to washing machines and modern medicine, but it wasn't even known where typhus came from until the early 1900s. So things are very much different for the poor Paynes. Wow. Knox is just standing here with his back to his wife, like literally having a conversation that she's not included in. Things are just so, oh, Heidi wants to compliment her husband's appearance. That's nice of you, Heidi. She's trying. She's trying. Well, I guess she is the one who's in the wrong here, actually. So, of course, she's trying. But he accepted it. He accepted it. Okay, and Knox boo-hooed it. Listen, pal. An interesting fact about typhus is that this is a very human disease, but one other animal can get it, the flying squirrel. So I guess I don't know why it's the flying squirrel and the human, but there you have it. Since this is a recurring form of typhus, that means that Luella and Knox both have to roll again for their survival. However, since this is a recurring form and should be milder, in this case, they only have to avoid 2 numbers. To be honest, I actually couldn't find statistics about survival odds if it's Brill's Zinser rather than the original form of typhus. But they're both relatively young and healthy, and we know that this form of typhus is milder, so I'm just kind of putting 2 and 2 together to hopefully arrive at 4 when I say that it's less risky. Okay, so let's do these rolls. And this time, the second form that they've gotten, Knox and Luella have to roll a d10 and avoid the numbers 4 and 6 to survive. So for Knox first, since he's the one who brought it home, he got a 3, he's safe. And what about for Luella? Okay, Luella is safe too. Excellent, excellent. Okay, however, it can still spread because it's on the lice and the lice will flee the infected host. So that means that they are currently sick. They're just going to survive it. And so will it spread to the other family members is the next big question. Even though originally I said it was a coin flip, I'm not looking for a tragedy out here, and it is summer in the game, therefore hotter and maybe easier to get rid of for the lice. So I'm going to roll a d4 where the number 1 means that it spreads to that person. So for Esmond first, the first one never counts. Oh my gosh, Esmond got it. Oh dang. I just said I'm not looking for a tragedy out here. What about for Heidi? Did Heidi get it? No. Harper? Harper got it? Oh no. Oh no. What about the babies? Edgar? Okay, Edgar's safe. What about Kenrick? Oh gosh. Okay, Kenrick is safe. The babies are safe. Esmond and Harper? Oh my gosh, they've never had it before though, so that means that they have the original rolls, which are worse. So if it spreads to somebody new who's never had it before, they have to roll a d10. The first one doesn't count, and the numbers 4, 5, 6, and 7 are deadly. Oh no, why did I do this? Why do I make my life so awful? Esmond. Esmond made it. Okay, and Harper? They both made it? Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, whoo. Okay. Okay, they both made it. Nobody passed away from typhus this time. Whoa. You know, The thing is, though, that means that they're now capable of having reactivated Typhus as well. I don't know. Let me know what you think about those kinds of rules. It does make it more exciting. It's just that it also means there's more stuff to track. Maybe it's more entertaining to watch than to play with. As always, if you're using my amended rules, I totally encourage you to interpret them however you think they should be interpreted. If you can hear that in the background, it's raining again. It's always raining or thundering these days. But yeah, as always, just interpret things however you think they should be interpreted, however will be the most fun for you to play, because it's all about like how you like to play. I don't mind doing it because I think it's kind of interesting. It means that more random stuff can happen at any moment in time, but it might get a little bit old if it were to be, in multiple households that you have to keep track of who might have typhus and when might it reactivate and blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. But it does mean that now Harper and Esmond are both potentially individuals who could reactivate it at some point in time and spread it to other people that they happen to live with. But it seems that they got through the typhus tragedy possibilities this time completely fine. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and leave these guys to sleep because it's pretty late. And now that we know that everyone survived, I guess on that note, we can go forward with the shop. I was holding off on that. In the morning, well, I guess we'll still be here. So I'll just check in with you once they're all awake again. Okay, so it's the morning. Knox is the only one awake right now. He's coming out to work on the farm. What I think is weird, I went to age up the other Sims, so you'll see that at the end, but what I thought was weird is when I loaded in, he had this want to chat with Adeline because she's still his crush, which I thought we'd kind of gotten over that, but apparently I was wrong. Why are we awake, guys? Oh, they're embracing.
Walks a slang.
Ugh, Esmond and Heidi. Well, at least they're still passionately in love. Excuse me, I said clean this, please. I think I'm gonna have to put another bin over here because they don't seem to like having to deal with it. Guess I can't blame them. We have 2 other families to go to today, but we'll take care of stuff here first because I don't think we'll be back once we've gone. Heidi being permissive? Maybe because she's a granny now? Wonder if Kenrick's over there just like bullying people. Dang, is it a thunderstorm? Oh my gosh. That was me last time. Ooh. Kenrick is angry for no good reason, really. Authority is a sham? Oh my gosh, Kenrick. You're too much, buddy. And a lot of these guys are really tired. I guess I didn't take very good care of their needs. But soon we'll be out of here and we won't be back like I say, so doesn't really matter, does it? Oh, lazy bones, can you please pick up the clothing piles? Okay, and I think that's everything. So we will leave the Paynes here in the middle of this thunderstorm. They can deal with that, and we'll go and check in on Arthur's wife, Adeline, and his sister, Annie, and see what's going on over there, see how things are going. So I'll see you when we get there. Oh my goodness, poor Kate. Here we are at the Brewer home, Arthur Brewer's home. Oh no, is it going to happen to both of them? And we've got Siobhan Covington. Oh, ouchie. And Kate over because our good friend Adeline is going to go into labor at any moment. So these are going to work as her midwives. Oh, we're not going to be cloud gazing today. As you can see, her sister, like I mentioned before, has got a much nicer outfit that she gifted her. And Annie's had a bit of an improved look as well. Annie's also wearing pretty nice clothes all of a sudden. Suddenly, she seems to have access to nicer outfits than she did before. She's even got some jewelry, quite a bit of jewelry, a necklace and a ring. Kate also has a pretty nice dress. that her sister gave her. So apparently, they're doing something to make money, even though I'm not sure that they're actually making money through legal means. They're apparently making quite a good chunk of money and spending it on clothes and jewels. Annie's she's pretty thrilled with things lately. Kate isn't questioning it. She just kind of is accepting. I mean, right now she's tense. I don't know why, probably because she just fell into puddles 3 times, but Adeline and Annie, they're quite best friends. Adeline and Annie think that they've discovered something that everyone would be happy to be a part of if they knew, but they won't tell them. It's a big secret. This is Adeline's first baby, so I'm sure it's a little bit scary, especially because her husband's away. He'll be away until 1347, if I'm not mistaken. That's when they come home. All right, Adeline, this is your big moment. This is your big moment, your firstborn baby. Oh, Adeline. Your sister's here, your bestie's here. I mean, really, Annie is her sister in all but blood. Baby must be here. Ooh, a boy baby. I decided that if it was going to be a boy, we were going to name the baby Sawyer for Huxley's older brother, who, if I'm not very much mistaken, passed away in a cereal explosion. And we'll see if this generation of plowmans has a little bit better luck. Last generation was terrible. Oh, I love it when they still have their little bellies after having their babies. Oh, and then it just disappears just like that. Oh. I think Adeline doesn't like it being... Kate was the one who was mean to her? Oh, I don't why? Oh gosh, we're jumping because of this lot. Oh gosh, I can't believe that. Kate, why don't you go home? You seem really upset. Golly. I don't know what happened, but apparently Kate had something to say. So this is Adeline's first baby, but she did have 2 women who had given birth there with her, so she only has to avoid rolling the numbers 1 and 11. That's it. This first one is from, I want to say Blanche. So she's fine, and the baby cannot roll the numbers 1, 5, 7, 10, 12, 15, 17, or 20. Ah, yeah, the baby lived. The baby lived. Welcome to the world, Sawyer Brewer. Oh, that's kind of a tough name to say. Well, whatever. It's already been done, hasn't it? Aw, that means that Kate and her sister, they had a baby. They had a baby one day apart from each other. Oh. So Arthur, when he gets back 2 years from now, is going to return to find that he's got a little baby boy. Oh, I bet they can get word to him somehow. Oh, that's so sweet. Adeline looks happy. But I think that this means that she and her bestie Annie have got 2 years that they can spend trying to amass more wealth in any way that they feel like. So I wonder what they might get up to in order to do that. But on that note, we have one more household to go to for a double birthday and a goodbye party. So I will see you when we get to that household. Okay, so here we are at the Narva household because it is, in fact, several things going on. First things first, old buddy Joris. Where is he? Oh, he's over here. Joris has made a decision, I think I mentioned this at the end of the last episode, where he's decided that he wants to go overseas and try to find an institution of learning that he can become a part of. Because if you remember, Joris's goal is to be an academic, and he wants to essentially, enroll in a university. Universities did exist in Europe at this time. It worked a little bit differently, obviously, than it does today, but Joris is going to try his best to go out there and become a part of a university. Yeah, let's go ahead and start this family reunion. So this is kind of a going away party for him. In addition, it's Daina and Vitalija's birthday. Ever since Daina brought Vitalija back to life, I've decided that what that means is that they're going to share a birthday from now on. So when one of them has a birthday, the other will also have a birthday at the same time. And that way it's like they're even more linked together than they were before, which I think is kind of nice. So it's kind of a triple celebration. We've got Olde Sources heading out to the world to see what he can make of himself. It's a bittersweet goodbye because, of course, Darius and Isabel would love for him to stay, but they also are happy for him to go out and see what can come from his life. Whoa, Shagatai, don't do that. Happy birthday, my friend. You're about to become a teen. Everyone's here to celebrate with you. Yay! Whee! Up she goes, and she's a music lover and outgoing. That does kind of make sense for her. And what aspiration is she going to have? A painter? She wants to be a painter. Wow, interesting. Wow, she came out with all the accessories. She was like, is there any accessory that I don't want? And the answer is no. We've got earrings, nose ring. We've got a necklace. We've got gloves and rings. We've got a head veil. Great work, great work. And then you're up next, my friend. Come on over here. Little Vitalija with your second chance at life. Okay, happy birthday, Vitalija. Hey, hey, indeed. Happy birthday! Teenagers today. Can you believe it? Whee! And she is an animal enthusiast and a dog lover. Okay, girlfriend, I can dig it. What's her aspiration gonna be? Gonna give her country caretaker, even though technically that's supposed to take place in England. We'll just have to pretend. She also came out with a lot of accessories. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna modify them and see how their rolls go because it's just too distracting not to. Okay, so for Daina and Vitalija to survive, they cannot roll a number 7, that's it. So Daina first. That's too close, but she's fine. And what about for Vitalija? 14, she doubled it. So she said, heck no, heck no. Will Daina get married? She just has to roll 3 or above on a d20, she will. And what about Vitalija? She definitely will. And how many babies will Daina have? First one doesn't count, so 7 baby tries. And Vitalija can have how many baby tries? 11? Oh my gosh, she's trying to make up for her mom. It's just a whole big family out here, you know? A whole big family of cuties. Aw, look at everyone. I think I'm gonna leave Daina and Vitalija in Darius and Isabel's home, because that way we can let Irma and Shagatai go on and live their own life, you know? That way they can decide if they want to have more babies on their own and they can get released from the spreadsheet. Although I will, I think, roll for them at the plague or flip for them at the plague because I think it just kind of makes sense. Oh yeah, I forgot that the little kids were here. Isn't that kind of classic for any time that a big family gets together? Oh, look at everyone. I'm somewhat unnerved because I saw that Rhiannoch was somewhere in the background, but okay, ladies. Aw, cute. There we go. Johanna looks so shy. I cannot remember Johanna's traits, but I feel like that does track for her. But look at these guys, this whole family together. Multi-generations, I guess just 2 generations. Is it just 2? But still, they're all so adorable. A big family. It's easy to forget, but the Miskinnesses are doing pretty okay. Yeah, Isabel, be family oriented. It doesn't feel like it sometimes because they've had such rotten luck, but they are a pretty big family now, I guess. Oh, it's so hard to fit into this challenge, but it is really nice having these big family get-togethers every so often. Poor Isabel just hanging out over here all by herself. Vitalia got a lot of her dad, but I think you can kind of still see Osharen there too. Oh, have you gone to sleep, my young friend? She's tuckered out. She's like, man, it's just a lot to deal with, you know? Irma is so flirty. I hope that she takes that back to her husband. Oh, Darius and Isabel are autonomously. Oh, Sophia's autonomously hugging Sten. Oh, that's so cute. What a nice family. But yeah, soon Joris is going to be heading off for his big adventure. Oh, I think that Randolph and Stenwar are going to stay over for a sleepover. I think Sophia is going to let them stay over for a sleepover. So, Vitalia, Daina, Sten, and Randolph, they're all going to stay over tonight with Darius and Isabel, hang out with baby Vilcus, and, oh gosh. And Sophia's probably happy to get a bit of alone time with her new husband and also not have to deal with Sten's outbursts anymore. But in the background, Oscar Woodhamps became a toddler successfully. Malik Miskinnis also became a toddler successfully. Gregory and Blanche Fitzroy became children. They passed their roles. And Everard Fitzroy and Baroness Greystoke became infants after, surviving their baby life stage last time. Other than that, next year we'll talk about the war stuff that's going on between 45-46. It was a fantastic half year. We did not lose a single sim. Everything was great. So I hope that you've enjoyed this part. As always, let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everyone.
Rinka, Arvani Shopshim, Zubar. Seneca Bispa, Night. Arvani Shopshim, Zubar. Yorid. Yangled.
Nabatani Lagora.
Arvini.
Hina Krin. Torbo, Demaza, Fubim Skooma. Sacrinario, Aragaba Abanor. Kasana Oklay, Pershushi.
Dina Flim. Korean. Banka Flish. Kudo.
Shirsha Gripara. Simona Saro. Abo, Simona Saro. Tharp Fennick.